All right, welcome back, everybody, to episode number 17 of the Fast and Slow podcast. I am Nick, and with me, as always, is Nate. Back in the garage, Nate, we got some updates. I see you've been
Yeah.
welding.
Oh yeah. Let me grab that real quick. Well, you can probably see it somewhat. I'm
Yeah.
so pumped right now because it looks like the way it sits right there is you can hopefully you can finally see like what it ultimately is going to look like. Kind of. It'll be fine tuned. The cockpit opening and everything else needs to be done, but I'll show you
Yeah.
the it's now in two major halves. So the back half's just been tack welded, so it's not done yet, but
Okay. Yeah.
that's more to come on that. But the pretty pumped about the front half of it. So this is the half with the louvers,
Yeah.
and now the top is welded and filed. So the on the top the weld is totally gone,
Wow.
and it'll get blended even better with sandpaper. And so there, actually, in the camera, it looks all right. You can see the file does leave pretty deep scratches. So this is the first I've really used a body file and like taken the time to try and learn how to use it. And
Yeah.
some people don't use it because they say it leaves such deep scratches that you ultimately have to blend out. Unless you were going to put like a high build primer or paint it or something like that, then you could probably just leave the scratches. But
hmm
I'm going to sand them out because I want it to stay bare aluminum. But super happy with how it
Yeah.
works out.
Came out super nice.
Yeah.
So, is it like a block sander? Like, what's the dimension of the file?
Here, I'll show you. So a lot of people will call them like a lead file, or
Yeah.
so super
Wow.
aggressive. That's 8 teeth per inch.
Whoa.
Really, really gnarly.
Yeah. It's like a planer.
Yeah. So it leaves little curls of aluminum. I mean, this thing eats,
Damn.
which is nice because the I'm using basically raw aluminum. I mean, the panels are 3003, which is about as close to raw aluminum as you can get in the United States anyway. I
Mm.
think you might be able to get raw aluminum, but either way, 3003 is really soft. And I'm using 1100 filler, which is also really soft. So this thing removes material.
Man.
And this is cool because it's flexible, so I can get an arch. I can get
Oh,
an arc out of it, which
dude.
which goes a long way in helping you not gouge the corner
Yeah.
into it.
Dude,
So you can put a pretty aggressive curve on the file.
it's funny. We spent quite a bit of time talking like Harbor Freight tools. That is not something you want to skimp on.
No, this I bought from Eastwood, I think,
Yeah, yeah,
which they're known for they sell they cut their teeth, I think, on paint and body work. So I
yeah.
trust them for that kind of thing.
That's
Um,
money.
so yeah, super pumped with how that's going. And the welding was actually, I'm not sure if we talked about this already, but it was actually
Mhm.
enjoyable. I actually enjoyed it this time. On the first pedal car, it about ruined everything. Only because I still have a lot to learn, but I didn't know jack when I did that car.
hmm
And I used the wrong filler. So the weld bead actually ended up harder than the material around it. So blending out the weld became this massive chore.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So I've, you know, I'm in the know. Now I know to use the 1100 filler and, um, you know, zero corners cut. I mean, I spent so much time making sure that the gap between the panels is zero or close to it.
hmm
And that all just like every hour you spend doing that, I think probably saves you 2 hours of
Yeah,
blending and finishing and all that.
dude, I didn't even think about I mean, when you say it out loud, like you want to make sure your filler is softer than the base metal,
Yeah.
but that's not something I even
Some
thought about.
so a lot of guys will even I've never done this. So the olden way to do it, and people still do it if you're restoring or doing really high end work. They'll weld the panels together with oxyacetylene just because that's how it was done. It's still a totally valid way of doing it, and it's how it was
Hmm.
done, in the very beginning.
Yeah.
When they do that, a lot of people will cut strips of the panels they're working with. They'll just take a
Oh,
stock shear and cut little strips and use that as the filler. So
oh, I see. Okay.
then you know that your filler material is the exact same as,
Yeah.
and it. There's there's watch outs when you do that, but I'm TIG welding. I'm just going to go buy the 1100 filler that comes clean and then the right size, and I clean
Hmm.
it once I get it anyway.
Yeah.
But um, yeah, so
Yeah.
it was enjoyable actually.
The video was cool. Like the underneath video.
Oh yeah,
That was pretty neat.
I thought I wish it would have done better because I always thought that's really cool. It's such a you're walking such a tightrope when you do that because you're like on the verge of blowing through. Like
Hmm.
you can see it, you can feel it, you can sense it, which is good because then you're left with a really flat weld
Hmm.
that is easier to planish and get rid of and blend. Um, but it's so nerve wracking. I mean, once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. But
Yeah.
you're blowing like to practice, you're blowing holes through it, and it's gnarly. So looking at it from the underside and watching the penetration come through
Yeah.
and seeing it, and you can even see somebody pointed out you can even see the panels move around as it's getting hot, and I'm
Yeah.
walking, running down it, and it's a good some of those things you miss. I mean, I record myself welding a lot just anyway, and it's really cool in a time lapse. You can see just how much
Hmm.
any metal moves when you weld it. Like it,
Yeah.
if you think that metal is, this rigid, super rigid, permanent thing, you start welding it, and it looks like it turns to, Play-Doh.
Yeah, enough power and heat and electricity will do
Yeah,
it. When
you can move it.
yeah, when you go out to do a final weld, do you do like do you treat it like a sport where, warm ups, like I gotta go out and run a couple beads just to like, you know.
It's funny you mentioned that. So kind of. So I had that test panel that I did. I don't know if I think I've shown you this already,
Yeah, yeah.
where I practice getting rid of it, and
Hmm.
you can kind of see where the weld was maybe.
No.
And
Yeah, maybe
it
a
might
little bit.
have a slightly different color since it is a slightly different material. But yeah, so yeah, I warmed up and practiced, and then um, I've gotten a lot better now because I'm a lot more confident in myself.
Hmm.
But early on, when I was still teaching myself how to TIG weld and all that, I actually realized I would usually get up real early in the morning and do it before people woke up. And I realized that I couldn't have coffee before I did.
Oh.
I'd get like so in my own head and get so jittery with the coffee and like nerves of
Yeah.
trying not to screw up and all that that I couldn't do it.
It's like, yeah,
Instead,
but
I
I
would,
shoot with this hand.
yeah, exactly. But
Oh man.
instead, I'd do it in the evening and I'd have like a beer,
Yeah.
and do it. It's not so much of a big deal now, but
That's funny.
um, it is the kind of the quintessential like measure four times, cut once. Like
Hmm.
I clean everything and triple, quadruple check because that all is really helpful. But
Yeah, the patience, man, is that's insane to
that's the welding,
watch.
like, that's only like what, 18 inches of weld. So it takes, call it 18 minutes or something like that, 20 minutes maybe to do the whole weld. But the whole night before it was preparing for it,
Yeah,
spend
yeah,
like an hour and a half, like making sure everything's good to go and clean, and got the tungsten sharp and got gas. I've got the welder settings are my preference, and clean all the filler rod, and
yeah.
some of that's maybe over the top, but it's just things. It eliminates variables. If you blow a hole
Hmm.
through it or it looks like boogers, then you're like, oh, what happened? Or it could be could be 100,000 things. Did you clean the filler? Or is it the right filler? Is it bad
Yeah.
gas? Is it dirty, wrong tungsten or bad tungsten or dull tungsten? Or so it's
Does
all
the
just eliminating those questions.
does the humidity have any impact, or is it all evaporate so quick because of the heat?
I've never noticed humidity being
Yeah.
a problem
Yeah.
other than comfort. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's that's kind of the crappy part about in the summertime, especially, is like it's already hot in here, and now you're
Yeah.
got your face 4 inches away from a molten puddle of aluminum or steel. Then
Yeah.
it gets, and then you're wearing the mask and gloves, and you should be wearing long sleeves because of the radiation. But
Oh, I didn't know that.
I've given myself a pretty bad sunburn, quote unquote.
Oh, yeah.
Bad
Huh.
news. Don't bad news. You shouldn't do that. It's like tanning bed level bad for your skin. Like,
Yeah.
don't do that. I know there's plenty of old timers like I've done it, man. Whatever. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Wear
Dude,
gloves, even if the cool kids on TV are doing it barehanded. That's
yeah.
it's bad
I
for your really super gnarly
hmm
wavelengths of radiation coming off of that.
Man, I don't know why I didn't put two and two together that even that's a thing. I
Yeah.
wow. It's funny, it reminded me when the guy that painted the car, um, he was painting it and whatnot. And have you ever been in a room after like clear coat is sprayed, like automotive clear coat?
Mm-mm.
It is, I mean, it's in the air. So it's like getting
Yeah.
in your orifices, it's getting in your eyes. And I'm like trying to cover up and like wear a mask. And he's like, t-shirt, no respirator, nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, like, are you gonna wear something? He's like, I've been doing this for like 40 years. I'm already gonna die. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my
It's too
God.
late now.
Yeah. Like, oh
But
my God.
yeah, and I mean that a lot now. I mean, obviously now that we're learning about everything, but it was about the same time I started welding as a hobby, of course, and bought my own welder. And I had access to professional welders, and the factory that I was working in
hmm
was pharmaceutical, so they had a couple guys that could do pristine stainless work. Like these guys were unreal, but
Yeah.
they had helped build this factory, and there's miles and miles of the stainless line all throughout the factory. So these guys have
hmm
spent 20 years, 10, 15 years
hmm
welding stainless and all that. And then um, some third party comes in and does a study of like the air quality of the shop and all that stuff. And they find there's huge values of this hexavalent chromium in it, which is hexavalent chromium's an industrial, it's used in industry on purpose, but it's also generated on accident when you melt stainless, specifically like if you weld stainless.
Mm.
And it's a known carcinogen.
Oh.
It was like a year later, the main welder is diagnosed with lung cancer.
Oh my God.
And
So it's a
huge,
particulate or is it a like,
I would say, I think it's a vapor or a fume. It's
oh,
not,
okay. Yeah.
it, there's like, so I have a respirator from Miller Welders, and I bought the filters that are specifically rated for hexavalent chromium.
hmm
It says it on the label. So like it's a thing now. Everybody, I don't know. I'm sure they've known about it for a while, but you can
Yeah.
buy now respirators that are rated for specifically hexavalent chromium, among other
Man.
things. But
Sure.
long story short, he's still fine. I follow him on Facebook, and he's made it through and recovered and retired and
Still.
all that. But it was like one of those
Yeah.
things. It's like I'm just getting into this for funsies,
Yeah.
and here's this, you know. So it's hazardous,
Yeah.
but it's all fine if you, especially as at the hobby level, and then just wear the right PPE. I mean, just like anything.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no contest for being cool. Like I
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know. Now, yeah, it's one side of my mouth says that and then the other like I use brake clean to clean my hands and like
yeah.
and I know that's not good for you, which real quick on brake clean, they were out of the CRC, like the red can. So I
Hmm.
had to buy off-brand brake clean. Have you ever had off-brand brake clean?
I don't think so.
It's awful. Like it
Oh,
smells like
really?
yeah, yeah.
Really?
Like I sprayed it and it. I'll grab it real quick. Oh. It's like
No, I have.
AutoZone special. Yeah,
Yeah, I still got the
CRC.
good stuff. Yeah,
So this is Shop Pro is the brand.
yeah.
Um, but I like brake clean smells good. I like the shop right now. Oh, excuse you.
What do you mean it smells good? You're not supposed to.
Well, like it's after you're doing a job or whatever, and you leave and you come back and you're like, yeah, shit has happened in this garage.
All
You
right,
know?
I can't say much because I like the smell of gasoline. People are gonna think
Yeah.
we're huffing this stuff, but
Yeah, no, not huffing. Or like, let's say you do a job and you throw rags away, and then you take the trash out.
sure,
3 days
sure.
later, you dump the trash. And like,
Smells
yeah,
better than dog crap.
yeah. But no, this stuff, it it's like it gets in the air differently, and when you breathe, like after you spray it, you could be just working. Like I was working on the brakes, and
Yeah.
I could actively feel my lungs like cool. It was
Oh,
like
a
like a
menthol
menthol.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like real mentholy. I'm like, this cannot be good.
No, that
Like,
doesn't. Yeah.
so I'm hoping that they have CRC next time I go because yeah.
I went specifically. Yeah, I had the option, and when I found this, I got it.
I usually do the red can. I'm not
The,
used to the
so
green.
actually, coincidentally, the reason I got this was just in case I'm ever. This is the non-chlorinated version.
Yeah, that's what this is too. Is the red chlorinated? Is that
It may be. I don't know.
yeah.
I went specifically looking, and that's another thing that if you were to clean, a lot of people use brake clean to prep for welding,
Mm-hmm.
and if you were to use the chlorinated one, I've heard. I don't know what chemical it generates. I would assume a variant of chlorine gas,
I heard Mike
but
Finnegan say that because he
yeah,
uses
he was the first one I heard say it, and I've never forgotten it. So
yeah,
now I'm just
yeah.
like, well, if I need brake clean, I'm just going to not risk it and just keep the green in case I'm ever tempted. I don't. I think I use like 99, 90 or however the highest grade of alcohol I can get.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if have we talked about acetone before.
A little bit, not much. That's what I couldn't remember what he said he uses, and I think it's
I
acetone, right?
Acetone's a good one, and I have it and use it, but when I can. It's hard to beat. Acetone's such a good degreaser, but same thing.
Yeah.
It's really if you were going to get anything on your hands, I would the probably of all the chemicals in the garage, probably like alcohol, rubbing alcohol,
Yeah.
ethanol
Yeah.
is the most benign.
Yeah.
Acetone, I've heard again, it's all exposure, but probably it absorbs into your skin super readily and into your blood
Hmm.
more so than alcohol. And so
Yeah.
I'm trying not to use so much acetone, and instead I've bought um, like a 90% or higher. I think it's like 99% IPA,
Hmm.
but it wasn't cheap. So
Yeah. I like brake clean. I mean, brake clean's not super cheap. It's like a $10. Yeah, it's like $5 bottle. But like I mean, it's clean so well. Like when you're trying to get stuff degreased.
yeah, and like this one anyway. I mean, this it was a fresh can. It was like a pressure washer.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like
It's like I don't know if it's the chemicals that are knocking that off or just sheer power.
yeah, it's like a solvent tank.
Yeah, it
Ooh,
was.
that's something. Like, do you ever see yourself having a solvent tank? Or are you too
Uh,
clean? Like, do you have your projects are pretty much brand new, right?
yeah. The, so there's been a couple times. It hasn't been in a while, but and I've seen there's like hobbyist level friendly anything from
Hmm.
like the 5 gallon. I forget what company it
I've seen
has. It's like
that.
a five
Yeah.
gallon bucket top lid or whatever.
Yeah, and it like drops in.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
just use
yeah.
like a Lowe's bucket, and
Hmm.
it kind of, I don't know if it's got like a little pump in there and a little brush and washer thing that you can help scrub it off of or anything. But
Yeah.
no, I don't. On all the things that I want to buy, that's pretty low on the list.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I hope to have new things and not continue to restore road grime parts on this
Yeah,
thing.
and
So,
I think JD has a sand like a blast cabinet,
oh, okay. Yeah.
maybe.
I
I
think
don't quote me on that.
having access to those types of things
Yeah,
is good.
there's been a couple times, and I think I can think of a couple things in the future, especially when I start the other project, that having access to a sand, a blast cabinet or something like that would be helpful to
Hmm.
make old parts look new again.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm a plus one on scaring Sarah in the house. And since she went out to go look at the Northern Lights, I'm afraid she's gonna like peek up behind me, come through the back door of the garage, get
Oh
me.
God,
So I'm on edge.
she'll be our first guest.
Yeah. Uh, man. Well, that's
So
good. That's cool that you're making massive progress.
yeah, I mean, I was looking at it the other day, and I'm like, well, that's honestly the big stuff. Like, that's for the first time in a long time, I was satisfied with the amount of progress that I had made.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
And
the wife and kid and everybody looks at it now and they go, oh, all
oh,
right,
it's
I
a
get
car. Yeah.
it.
It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Whereas before they were like, wait, which side's the front? I can't see it.
Oh man.
Ah,
Uh, I love the because I'm looking at the tail right now, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that just looks so good.
yeah. I mean, it's nothing. This I don't know. Like the shape's not too clever. It's just like a sleek bullet shape. Like you name
Hmm.
it. There's tons of streamliners and cars in the world that are shaped exactly like it, but um, I kind of wanted it simple and the Louvers. Like I said, give it kind of the right attitude and a nod to like, okay, it's pre-war, open
Hmm.
wheel esque. Like
Yeah.
it looks like a vintage race car toy, which is
Yeah.
exactly what it is. So,
It's super cool.
yeah, I can't wait to. Unfortunately, now we've had snow, so my goal of getting it done before the first snow was
Yeah.
gone. But it's all right. It'll be. Now at this point, I'm gonna just take my time, get it done as soon as possible,
Yeah,
and
you're on a roll. And
yeah,
who would have thought snow in September? I mean, come on.
well, November.
Or yeah, I don't know what am I what am I saying? I'm
Yeah,
losing my mind.
yeah.
I've
It's
been
that
off.
brake clean, man.
Yeah, I know, God. Which way are you supposed to spray it in the mouth?
Yeah.
No, I've
Yeah,
been off
it
work
was.
for like 4 days, so
Yeah, you're
I
getting
need
a
to
little
go back.
rusty.
I know it's crazy, but
Yeah. Well,
actually,
freak.
good.
That's my other last update. Is it's probably 25 degrees outside and nice and 70 degrees in here.
Yeah, dude, I saw your. I want to talk about that because I saw your post,
Yeah.
DeWalt heater. I
Yeah.
bought a thermometer,
Oh,
and
nice.
I want to tell you about my thing, but first tell me about
Yeah. Oh,
your heater.
I'll just, so real quickly, I don't know if it's worth even showing you, but DeWalt electric 10 kilowatt heater. So I guess, all right, hear me out here. It's 10 kilowatts is by most accounts too much for a two-car garage.
Okay.
And I wanted to oversize because if I open the door, I don't want it to take forever to get warm in here.
Hmm.
Um, and I decided, opposed to like a propane or kerosene heater, which could heat this garage in like 5 minutes flat, I bet. I wanted to be comfortable leaving it. So basically, I get home from
Mm.
work, I turn it on, and by the time I'm done eating dinner, so in an hour, it'll take the garage from like 40 to 65.
Yeah, yeah.
So plenty of capacity. And electric, I don't have to worry about fuel or anything or the risk or fumes or hazards or
Yeah.
whatever. It's cool. It's got all the right thermostat, overheat protection, all the cool stuff. Super happy with it so far.
Is it 220? I mean, I saw the joke, but it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. So it's when I wired the garage, I knew I was going to get something like it. So I went
Hmm.
ahead and all the three welding, they're welding outlets, but they're all the NEMA 6, I forget what they are, 50 maybe or something like that. The three prong style outlets for the welder, the lift, and over here for I knew a heater someday. So three circuits, 220, three 220 circuits, each 50 amps.
Hmm.
So they're all, and that's what that 10 kilowatt heater takes every bit of 50 amps, 220 volts.
Yeah, I bet.
So I'm sure our meter outside is going berserk when
Yeah.
and God forbid
Yeah.
I'm using that and the welder. It's probably going to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
I warned the wife. I was like, if you get a look at our electric bill,
Eh.
just mind your own
Look,
business.
yeah, look the other direction. Yeah.
uh, but
So,
yeah, so that's it's on. I'm sure. I don't know what the call. I don't know how much we pay for a kilowatt, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be totally shocked if somebody came to me and said, a propane heater per BT, whatever BTUs or per unit of energy is
mhm.
cheaper. Okay, cool, but I needed to be confident that I could leave it unattended
Yeah.
and it'd be okay. I set the temperature to where I want, and it cycles on and off and maintains the temperature. And I don't got to worry about
Hmm.
refueling it and blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
Dude,
Um,
my dad
Super
had a
pumped with it.
torpedo. It was like, I think it was a kerosene, might have been a kerosene heater. Either way, it was a torpedo style. And this thing was the sketchiest heater I've ever seen in my life. It was probably like 36 inches, maybe
Hmm.
48 inches long. It was massive. And I think something had knocked into the snout.
Yeah.
And so the protector that would keep the flame away from the tank, underneath was gone. And so there was like a char spot on the tank. I'm like, this seems really sketchy. And on top of that, the igniter didn't work. So the way my dad would fire it up is light a piece of paper on fire, turn the
Oh,
gas on, and go,
throw it in there.
it's like, I guess this is normal, you know?
Yeah. So I remember growing up, my brother bought it when he was restoring a boat, and it was I don't know how to describe it other than it was just this massive burner that was kind of pointed up and then surrounded by sheet metal
Hmm.
enclosure, and the thing was like a rocket engine. I mean, when
Yeah.
it was on, it was in like wide open flame, just blazing. It was like a somebody let loose a propane tank and lit it on fire. Like you could go through a whole like a standard size propane tank in an evening
Yeah.
working in the
Yeah.
garage. It was like
That's,
that's what I don't have an appetite for that right now, or open flames in the garage for that
yeah,
matter.
I don't like
Uh,
open flames.
on the
Not a
attached
fan.
garage anyway, which
Yeah.
someday when I'm you know got acreage and loaded and yeah, maybe the outbuilding I'll have like a potbelly stove or something like
Ooh,
that.
yeah.
But the attached garage, kids sleeping upstairs.
Nah.
Nah, I need to be confident that I can leave it.
Yeah, my dad went through a phase with a potbelly stove and he would feed it waste oil as
Mm,
fuel, which
yeah,
I guess that's fine.
yeah,
But like he would go upstairs after working and it would still be like, he wouldn't put it out.
yeah,
It was all contained, but still I'm like, dude, I have too much anxiety to to
yeah.
to do that. I just nah, not for me.
And I
But
see like that's those are super intriguing to me. The waste oil burners, either whether you build it yourself or you buy a commercial one. That's I've always
yeah.
been intrigued by those. There to buy one though, the last time I looked, there's no option for a small one. They're all can heat. The smallest one can heat. Seems like a 5,000 foot shop.
Yeah, I saw a guy on YouTube. I think he made his own, and it was just a drip,
Yeah, I've seen the
just
drip style ones, and
yeah.
then
So
yeah, but dreams.
dreams. Um, yeah. So it's probably been in the 20s most of the weekend.
Hmm.
Uh, and every time I come out here, I'm like, man, it doesn't feel cold. I mean, it's
Hmm.
cooler than the house, but not by much. So I bought a thermometer and the garage has stayed at 60 degrees throughout the entirety of the cold snap that we're in.
Really?
Yeah.
Which
And
does your garage face west?
it faces, let me think about this in my head, south. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, faces south.
even better. Okay.
Yep. And so it's got windows. So
Yeah.
basically the two windows there are the directly opposing on this side too. So
Yeah.
as the sun like arcs up over, I get sunlight pretty much the entire day.
Hmm.
And the garage doors are insulated like 2 inch
Oh,
insulation.
really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, I've been worried about these tires because you're not supposed to get 200 tread wear tires below, I think like 35 or 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Um,
You'd
and so I was like,
probably
well,
be
fuck.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, if it stays 60, 55 to 60 degrees all winter, like
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I'm not going to do
Yeah.
anything.
That's more like our house in Indiana was that way. And if it was a sunny, cold day, oh yeah, it was great because
Hmm.
the majority of the day, the sun would be on the doors and they'd get
Yeah,
the
yeah.
doors real hot. And then that would basically heat the garage.
Hmm.
Our house faces, the garage is facing north,
Mm.
which, so in the summertime, it's awesome because at night, everything cools off.
Yeah,
And as long as I
yeah.
keep the door shut, it'll be 10 or 15 degrees cooler in here than out there up until like 1 in the afternoon.
Hmm.
But in the wintertime, it's not too bad because I share a lot of walls with living space that
Yeah.
keeps the garage at, like this morning, it was 25. It's probably 25 out there now. And
Hmm.
without the heater, it'd be about 45 in here. So
Okay.
totally manageable with a sweater and,
Yeah.
things like that. But last night I was out here in like a t-shirt and,
Yeah.
I was like, this is amazing. Like, I don't,
Yeah. I mean, if I was working, like moving around, I'd shed the sweatshirt for
oh, for
sure.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, 60. I mean, we keep our house at like 66.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not much different. But I just
Yeah.
remember in Omaha, like, I had my temp gun and I would like shoot it at things and it was like 32-degree engine block, like
Yeah.
trying to work on that in
Yeah.
the dead of
That's,
winter. So I don't know. I mean, it's only been a couple days of cold, so yeah, maybe it will get colder in here, but yeah, if it's a sunny day, like that's
yeah.
not too bad. So,
Yeah. And even then, like, the, even if you bought a really, really small space heater, like, it takes a pretty surprisingly low amount of, energy to like up a space like that 5 or 10 degrees, as long as you like, for the most part, keep the doors shut and things like that and just let it
yeah,
run. Like a standard little space heater could raise it
yeah. I have
five
a
or ten
s-
degrees.
I have a small space heater. Really, I had it in Omaha and it's propane, uh, and I would just use it to like warm my feet because like
Oh
for
yeah.
whatever reason I hate like cold feet and fingers. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, digits, I guess, is what I just need.
Yeah.
So I would like
That's
take 10 minutes and sit in
yeah.
front of it.
We sound like old geezers, but that was the
Yeah.
other thing too, was if you get online, people are going to pretty quickly try and point you towards like infrared heaters
Hmm.
that it's like, oh, it's the best because, it doesn't heat, you don't waste all the energy heating the air. It only heats, it's infrared, so it only feels warm to like organic thing, on your skin.
Okay. Hmm.
So like you think like, you're at a patio at a nice restaurant and they've got those umbrella heaters.
Hmm.
It's the same thing, that sensation of heat will pierce through the wind. Like wind can't blow the infrared away like it can the hot air.
Right,
So
right.
it just feels warm on your skin. But like you said, it's
Hmm.
like, well, if I'm in here, especially working with aluminum and steel and metal,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, cool. As long as the infrared is pointed directly at me, I'll
Yeah.
have the sensation of warmth. All the
Yeah.
while, everything I'm touching and doing and is still crazy cold. And I was like, no, I'm getting forced air, old school, wasteful
Yep.
energy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna heat every cubic inch of this place.
That's what we're talking about.
I'm done. It's a tiny garage. That 10
Yeah.
kilowatt heater can get it there real fast. Even if I open up the door and close it,
Yeah.
game on.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. Dude,
All right.
I
Speaking of keeping up on Instagram, I've seen you've been busy.
busy. I went from the boxes were getting just out of hand. And also, dude, Willwood, they keep sending every box has stickers. So like if you want some Willwood stickers, I shit you not, every box has one of these packs. Like,
I can I gripe for a second?
yeah, dude, please. I love Willwood, by the way.
Yeah, these fools.
Oh, Rock Auto. Yeah, yeah.
The last two or three things I bought from them, no magnet.
I didn't know that's a thing. I don't buy from Rock Auto.
Oh, dude, you're missing out. It used to be every little thing you bought came with a magnet,
No shit.
and they all had different
Oh,
cars on them.
man. I'm
So
annoyed that
I'm,
I didn't know that part of the culture.
well, yeah, you're missing out.
Damn
But the
it.
last handful of things I bought haven't come with magnets. What am I doing wrong?
Oh,
Am I not spending enough money?
man.
Go ahead. Willwood
Yeah,
apparently
that's
is doing it right.
yeah. Uh yeah, so I had I mean, I bet if I stacked all the boxes, it would probably be taller than me. So like uh so anyway, I got all the brakes installed. Um like the fun part. So like ooh, pretty
Ooh, shiny.
yeah. The not fun part is the brake lines and the leading brakes and all that. So I still have to do that. But yeah, the rears went together pretty well. The fronts, uh, I've actually never. Have you ever packed bearings and like done that part of the job before?
I did not by choice. I was just ignorance with that. I
Hmm.
did when I was investigating the front brakes.
Oh,
I
okay.
had
Yeah,
accidentally removed them and saw like, well,
might as
I got to learn
well.
how to pack bearings
Yeah.
apparently because this has to go back on.
Yeah, so I bought Timken bearings, which are, I'm not sure how familiar you are with that, but like Timken's
I know the
American
name
made.
Timken, sure, yeah.
Yeah, basically like if you could buy Duralast, you could buy AutoZone cheapos, but
Mhm.
uh, it's like made in America. Steel's really good. Anyway, so I bought. I'm kicking myself. I don't know if I said it last time, but you have to. There's an inner and an outer wheel bearing,
Mhm.
and for whatever reason, I don't know. I forgot to buy two of each, and so I had to wait till today to get the other side. I had to reorder um, two more bearings. It was just a dumb, moment.
Ah,
But and then the other, do you ever listen to Oil and Whiskey podcast, the
yeah, oh
roasted
yeah,
shop
all the time.
guys? Yeah.
Mhm.
Did do you know? I'm drawing a blank on the guy's name. He had a show on, I think it was Trucks. He's Canadian. He was on like a year ago. Either way, they had him on. He's a big metal, not like a 4x4 metal guy. So like he'll build four links and he's got
Uh,
like the big goatee and the spiked hair.
oh, uh, uh, Ian,
Ian, yeah.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So they had him on and he shared advice somebody gave him, which I took, and that's so when you're putting the wheels back on, the castle nut is torqued to 12 foot-pounds. That's the actual torque. But if you watch anybody do it, they take a crescent, or not a crescent wrench, channel locks, and they're spinning the rotor and they snug it down and they're backing it out, spin it, snug it. Good enough. And they put the cotter pin through. And he goes, you should only do that if you know what 12 foot pounds feels like. So
yeah,
do it right the first time, and then you can cut corners, right? And it's like that was
right,
his
right.
piece of advice was like, yeah, there's guys that have been doing it forever and they've tricks of the trade and you can do all these
Sure, yeah.
things. But
The
if you
last
don't do it,
100 times I've done this, 12
yeah,
foot-pounds has felt like this. So I think
right.
yeah,
So I was like, it's a good point. So I have a inch pound torque wrench, and I just set it, and so that was cool to like do
nice.
that by
Yeah,
myself, and
I remember that episode. Yeah,
yeah.
that's good.
But
I thought you were, it's not who you said, but I thought you were going with Stacy,
oh,
Stacy
Stacy
Davis.
David,
Yeah.
yeah,
I was like, I used to listen to his podcast too. He's got one.
yeah. Stop listening. There's just too many.
Yeah,
Which
I
I
my
mean,
commute now is a lot. I used to have a long commute and I could keep on top of everything. Now my
Yeah,
commute's too short to even the oil and whiskey ones.
dude,
I
those are
usually
long.
kind of scrub and look for.
Yeah.
And I'm obviously watching their Instagram to see if they've got guests that
Hmm.
I know are going to be awesome. But
Yeah. So, so we're on. Everything is like all the hardware's where it needs to be. I got the parking brake cable or cables. Um,
mhm.
it's a automatic right now. Like I could totally chaff off the parking brake, but if it's going to be a manual, might
Yeah,
as well. The parking brake mechanism, if you don't use it, that's probably the first thing to corrode and
yeah,
lock
yeah,
up and whatnot. So,
yeah.
uh, bought that. Um, and it's got so the rears came with these flex hoses, which are attached to the car right now, like braided flex line that come
Hmm.
off the back of the caliper, and it's supposed to go into the brake hard line. They're probably 10 inches long, something like that. And so they're too long compared to the old brake line. So I'm gonna remove the old brake line and just run some shorter hard line from the flex hose to the junction in the center of the differential.
Yeah.
And I ended up buying a flaring tool because I
Oh,
don't have one and I need one. So
yeah. Who
gonna,
who'd you buy with that?
who do you think?
Harbor Freight.
Yeah. I
The
know that a good flaring tool, is something you shouldn't skimp on, but I think for a couple lines it should be fine.
yeah, it'll so and that kind of thing. Like if you really look at it, now I know I may be speaking out of turn here. The ones that I'm familiar with anyway are just chunky steel
Yeah, it's a die,
things.
essentially, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the that kind of thing is I think you could probably be pretty safe. Unless you're getting into like I know there's like double flare and some of these other ones, which I'm not qualified to speak on, but
Yeah. If I were gonna redo this entire car and I planned on, just doing it like a massive part of the project, I'd probably buy something better that's I'm sure there's some efficiencies you could gain with a
yeah.
tool that's like I've seen some that you just like lock in a vise and
Hmm.
it's just like handle down, handle up.
Yeah.
So I think this is definitely not that, but it'll
Yeah.
it'll get the job done.
If it
Um,
works, it works.
we'll see. Haven't done it yet, so
Oh,
uh,
that's the cool thing about, Harbor Freight is, if not, then now you know.
now I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, and then the other weird thing that I got to figure out. So the other flex hose up front goes from like a hard line down to the caliper.
Hmm.
The banjo bolt is that's 30. It's seven. No, it's a 3/8 bolt, and the caliper's 7/16. So larger, larger hole. I'm doing
Hmm.
that right? Yeah, yeah. So I got to figure out what GM cars had 7/16 banjo bolt. Um, because the 79s were 3/8.
Hmm.
And I imagine like a 70 or let's call it an 88 Camaro. It's probably the same flex hose,
Yeah.
but it might be a bigger banjo bolt. So
Hmm.
the only other thing I could think to do is get a stepper, just a fitting that would go, step up to 7/16 from 3/8, or sorry, step down from 3/8 to 7/16.
Right.
But I don't know if the banjo bolt itself would be long enough because isn't the end of the banjo bolt, it's got a hole in it, right, to allow the fluid to
Yeah.
pass. Yeah. So it's a solvable problem. I just found out about it like this afternoon, so I just haven't put a lot of brain bites to it.
Yeah. Huh.
um,
Interesting.
yeah. So now I think I'm just going to start with the master cylinder because I'm kind of worried that the way we have everything plumbed, there's a line lock, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep the line lock, which is a little devastating because it's like the fun button,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's yeah.
but I don't want to introduce anything that could be faulty. Like if that solenoid
Hmm.
might be sticking or whatever. Uh, I want to have a clean brake system so I know, like, I'm confident that, you know,
Yeah, it'd be hard to explain to somebody and be like, "Oh, what happened on that run?" On autocross. Like,
yeah,
I think it was my line lock got
unlock.
stuck.
Yeah, yeah. That's
But
weird.
it used to be a drag car.
Yeah, yeah. And it's got a real trick proportioning valve, and so like I'm pretty sure all
Yeah,
that plumbing's gonna have to be reworked and stuff up at the top.
you're just gonna have to learn how to do real burnouts without the line lock.
I know, I know. Or yeah, eh. Well, it's gonna be. I guess what I could do is crank up the bias to the front, and
Yeah. If you've
eh,
got it in the car, yeah, why not?
it's not in the car. It'll be under the
Oh
hood.
well,
But yeah,
if you go, you're gonna have to make a special burnout trip, and then you'll know. Like,
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Why did he run through the traps at
yeah,
130 miles an hour? Well, fried his front brakes.
that,
uh,
yeah,
but yeah, it looks so good though. I like on the other side, I can step back
you
and
get
like
far away from it, and
look at it all. I put the tire on and or the wheel. I'm just like, man, this is, it's so good. And I, I'm not even, I'm not even kicking myself that I didn't go with the big brake kit. Uh, I think it has to be better than what I had on it, right?
yeah,
Like the pad compound's going to be better, the rotors are better, the caliper, like everything is better at heat dissipation and just
yeah.
it's got to be better. So I
Yeah, no, don't think for a second that that wasn't a massive upgrade. I mean, between, like you said, you've got the proportioning valve, you've got upgraded pads, you've gone from, was it one piston or two piston to four or one to two? I can't
one to
remember in the
two,
front. In the
one to
front,
two in the front, yeah, and then
yeah,
two in the back, and not drums. So
yeah, and then oh, you had drums in the back.
yeah, that was the whole motivation behind
Oh
doing
yeah, I
this.
mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
and a
So
proportionate valve that's adjustable that I can, tune
yeah,
out anything. And then
balance
I got
everything.
some high temp brake fluid.
There we go.
So, yeah. And I kind of did a little bit of math today of like how much did I actually spend.
Oh, why
And
would you do that?
I know it was dumb, but I was trying to think like, you know, this still was not cheap. So
Sure.
like if I would have done the big brake kit, I mean, it was like two times as much, which I just can't.
For what?
For
50% more stopping power,
yeah, I mean,
which
if
is
I
still like substantial, but
yeah, I could I would make that argument if I was going to the track this season,
sure.
but like I'm just not, and
Yeah.
I feel like this won't I won't run out of brake on an autocross course with what I
Right.
have here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no way.
Now, like, sure, I'm gonna leave some seconds, to dudes that have bigger brakes because they can send it, you know,
Yeah.
deeper, but whatever.
You know how you get
That's
more stopping power without spending any money?
mm, working out my leg. I don't.
Weight reduction.
Oh yeah, LS.
Oh, you took that extreme.
Yeah, yeah. I guess some people talk to me about like what you can pull out of this thing. Yeah, like got it. The interior could go. In reality, though, the interior is not
That heavy.
heavy. Yeah, like it's the plastic panels and like
Yeah.
the rear seats probably weigh 30 pounds altogether. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it's not heavy.
When
Um,
you surely when you go to autocross though, you take um I'm probably gonna sound like an idiot here. You don't have a spare tire or anything like that in the
oh,
yeah.
no. Mm-mm. No, I think what I could do, I think the yellow top Optima batteries are lighter.
Mm,
Uh, it could be, I mean, it's on the nose. Like
yeah.
and it's
Oh,
actually, it's not on the nose. Or it's not even on the tire. It's
in front
probably,
of the tire?
yeah, it's probably like a foot in front of the tire, which
Yeah.
battery relocation might be, yeah, I bet the center of gravity on this thing is like here.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever weighed like
No, I
calculate
haven't.
that?
No, I haven't done any like corner weight
Oh,
balancing or
that'd
anything
be
like that.
super interesting. Certainly before you ever spend money on like big breaks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That'd
it's
be a
got.
cool. That'd be a cool next step is seeing what your distribution is and
Yeah, and the car itself, like just by volume, not volume, but like area. I guess volume would be the right term there. Like the nose is the majority of the car. Like, I
hmm
mean, it's such a nose forward vehicle,
yeah.
so doing anything to get the weight further back probably helpful.
Oh, for
Um,
sure. I feel
you know,
like that'd be
pick,
pretty. I don't know if cheap's the right word, but moving the battery to the trunk would be fairly simple and probably not that expensive.
no, it wouldn't be. Yeah, it's just doing it. I think the expensive part's the cable. Like
Yeah,
that's just
you
because you have
need
to run
the
the length of the car.
the power cable up.
I don't know if you have to step up the gauge to a thicker gauge for that
Probably.
distance. I would assume you do. I think there's a rule of thumb for like
Yeah,
distance over diameter.
yeah.
Um, no, some guy told me that there's a shit ton of metal that's in the like the front bumper uh, area that you can cut out and
Like the
save a bunch of
radiator
weight.
support. Oh, like that, like a crash attenuator type
Yeah,
thing.
because these models were like massively EPA regulated.
Yeah.
So so yeah, that's I think there's some stuff I could remove up front, but I mean I'm not gonna do that. It's the car is what it is.
Yeah.
I was looking at like rack and pinion conversion kits because I think that'd be pretty cool. Um, but those are not cheap. You're probably
Yeah.
four to 5 grand.
Yeah. I
Here's
think at
here's
that point you're looking at it's been a long time since we mentioned Hotchkiss the last episode, but they used to have like full kit, like,
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
chassis
yeah.
upgrades for. So I think Speed Tech. I've shopped around a little bit. I know off the top of my head, Speed Tech, you can. I think like entry is like 13 to 14,000,
Oh,
and then
dang.
yeah, it's not cheap, but
Jeez.
but hear me out. Yeah, I think when you like price it, let's just say $20,000,
Yeah.
priced out because that would come with like like Willwood brakes and uh, coilovers and you know a totally welded tubular
Yeah.
chassis. Yeah.
That's
Uh,
so I was, it's funny you mentioned that. I mean, ironically enough, we just mentioned oil and whiskey and roadster shop.
oh,
Um,
don't even get me started about the Roadster
yeah,
Shop
I know.
second gen chassis.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody I work with about like I was like, man, it'd be so cool to get like a classic like Jeep Wagoneer or whatever, and like before the kids get so old that I'm not cool anymore, just road trip west like Route 66 or whatever like that. And I was like, but I'm not going to have time to like probably in that amount of time in the next 10 years. That's probably not enough time for me to restore a Grand Wagoneer. So I
Hmm.
was like, I would probably just buy a roadster shop, 4x4 chassis or whatever. So I got online and looked at it. I was like,
Oh,
like, but like you said though, if you get that option, it's done. You're
done.
literally just putting a body on.
Dude, I watched a guy buy the chassis for this, and I mean, you you just take everything apart and you just like the body's on a lift and you just
Yeah.
drop the like we're
So like,
oversimplifying, I get it, but it's
I know,
still
but so
so simple.
once once you digest the sticker shock because it's a high number, if you think about what it would take to get the equivalent, like if I took it somewhere, I've just said I don't have enough time to do it myself
Hmm.
entirely. So the only other option would be to take it somewhere and have them do it. To have them give me anybody, I don't care who it is, any
Hmm.
reputable shop that
Yeah.
even mildly restores like a Grand Wagoneer or classic Suburban,
Hmm.
you're going to be a lot more into it than the Roadster Shop chassis.
Yeah. Yeah. I posted something last year. Like, I think they just revealed the chassis, and someone was like, that's such a waste such a waste of money. You could spend, you know, you could chassis you could get a subframe chassis from SpeedTech and then like spend that other money elsewhere and like nickel and dime it together.
Sure, sure.
Copy, you can,
Yeah,
or you could just cry like ball your eyes out once
yeah,
and drop your car onto a chassis. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I and I guess the other like we're working on our arguments to our wives. So I think the other argument you have to make is if you're going to buy, let's say you want to buy a Corvette, brand new Corvette, or not, maybe not brand new, a C7 Corvette to go track. You're in it
Hmm.
for 40-ish thousand, maybe 50, but
Yeah,
could come down. Or a car that you love,
yeah,
you could do the same thing and have a car that handles just as good as a modern vehicle for
yeah.
$30,000.
That so I will always be there. I think I will never in the foreseeable future. I will never be nothing. And it's just the C7's an example. I'll never be the
Mhm.
C7 guy in your story there.
Yeah, yeah.
To me, like especially if I'm at the track or I go to the track, I'm going to be gravitated towards the older stuff. There's something that's much more cool to me about seeing your car go fast than the C7. Now,
Right.
if I get the time and chance to buy a C7, I 100% would, and
Hmm.
I would track the daylights out of it. But I would get to the track. I'd get out of my track prep C7, and I'd be going to look at your stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's to me, like I don't know, it's just so much more gratifying. And it's everybody all over the internet's like, LSs are so boring now. And yeah, I'm there too on occasion. I like to see the weird stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think I'll always if I had the choice between spend $100,000 on a new car or $100,000 on, you know, something like that,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm over there.
Yeah. I think I go through phases where like LS sounds really cool because it's efficient, it's power, like
Mhm.
you could just do so much. And it's for track stuff, like
Sure.
you can't beat it.
Yeah.
Uh, but I kind of want if I were to do the LS swap, I would I would consider doing a chassis swap at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, start fresh up front, you know, even if it's a speed tech type chassis where it's just the subframe, you just,
Hmm.
you know, grind out the subframe connector or just detach everything, right? Um, and then you could just, you know, build everything with fenders off and just it would just be cake putting things
Yeah.
back together. I don't think I would do a LS swap with the chassis it's got now, just because like they sell kits, but you still would be piecing together stuff to try to make the mounts work
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all that. Whereas if you bought I keep using Speed Tech, but that's just what's on my mind. A Speed Tech chassis, right? Like everything is where it needs to be for an LS. Where you
Hmm.
basically you tell them like, hey, I
Sure.
got a small block Chevy or I got an
Yeah.
LS, Coyote, whatever. Uh, so yeah, I think that's clearly money's no object, and
Yeah.
do what we want, but
All right,
that's kind of where I'm
hear me
at.
out. Before you go full on LS, if and when,
Okay.
just hear me out here. Think big block Chevy pushed all the way back
Ooh,
midship.
to like
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Okay.
Just consider it.
Okay. All
Think
right.
about it. I know it'll probably make just a big block will probably make the same power as an LS, but just get
But
over
it's a
that
big
little
block.
tidbit for a
It's
second.
yeah. I do like torque, man. Anytime like that's legitimately a reason like I don't know if I want to LS because I mean my torque band is just it's so good.
Yeah, it's on my bucket list just arbitrarily. I want a big block Chevy road course vehicle. I
Mm,
haven't even wasted any time as to thinking about what it would be in. I just want to take a big block Chevy on a road
yeah.
course. I don't care what it's in, how, if it's a purpose built race car or a,
Hmm.
I don't care. I want to do it. At some point in my life, I want a track car with
Yeah.
big block Chevy power.
Do you know if I should know this because I'm wearing a hat, but the IROC cars, like the fourth gen Firebirds and Camaros that they ran, like the Dale Earnhardt era. I don't know if you watch, oh man, it used to be Donut Media, but they broke off the two guys. I
No.
can't remember his name, but anyway, he bought like, it's probably like a 95 or 96 Firebird
Mm-hmm.
IROC car. Um, and I'm pretty sure that's got a big block. But dude, those things are freaking rowdy. Like
Yeah.
Hoosiers all around,
Yeah.
full cage.
And that might be what I might need to go find me a, you know, a road course,
It's like a
NASCAR
track.
chassis or something. That'd probably be honestly the cheapest, safest way,
Yeah.
you know.
Or like old Trans Am TA2 car.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be sweet. I've been watching some of the V8 supercar stuff. Their
Oh yeah.
championship, it's just crazy the racing that they do. Like,
They do not hold back.
no, no. And they're just monster cars, like
Yeah.
just yeah.
Was it that
Okay.
one video? Was it them or DTM or something another overseas where the I don't know if it was a what car it was, but it just launched itself off the curb.
Yeah, that
I
was a
think you
V8 supercar.
reposted it. Was that
Yeah,
Supercar?
yeah. Yeah, because they were going through it wasn't a
Yeah.
chicane or a slalom, but it
It
acted
was
like a
like an
slalom
yeah.
with the curbs. Yeah.
It was I think it was
Just,
supposed to be a chicane and they decided to go straight through it and
yeah, real
popped it. And it was the
insane.
slow-mo of that was like it's still going up. It is taking flight. It's
Yeah.
not coming down.
And the
Okay, it's
camera
like
guy was like right there too.
yeah, it was like trophy truck level of like airborne.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy how stiff they make those chassis too to be able to do
that,
that.
it reminds me of our conversation about like mechanical sympathy. And it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the driver, I'm just imagining the engineer and like mechanic are like,
Uh,
oh no. And the driver's like, yeah.
yeah. Oh man, that's good. So, well, what do you got coming up for this week? Any plans or
uh, I
goals?
need, I need to make some noise. Unfortunately, part of the welding, the hammer and dolly work, clink, 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 clink.
Hmm.
So I'm going to try and get home at a reasonable hour tomorrow so I can do that while the kids are awake and I don't have to worry about disturbing
Yeah.
their slumber. But that's it, really. Yeah, welding it up, and then I need to go back to the chassis now. I think I'm about ready to start finish welding. I had a lot of the chassis just tacked, so now that I'm pretty sure none of that's moving anywhere, go ahead and weld it up, and
Cool.
yeah, start finalizing it. I'm nervous. I'm within arm's reach of getting it sitting on its own wheels and tires,
Mm.
and I kind of want to like prepare myself for it. I don't want to. I've kind of like half-assed done it just to make sure that like it's going to look cool, like it's got the right stance and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I'm honestly not far away from getting a glimpse of it with body and wheels and tires sitting on, and I'm just nervous.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be sweet.
So I don't know that that's going to happen this week, but the next
Okay.
couple weeks probably.
Cool.
How about you?
Yeah. Uh, I'll probably do a lot of research this week on
Big block
sort of
Chevys.
big block
Oh.
Chevys and yeah, chassis and stuff. No, I got to figure out the flex hose situation, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be Wednesday tomorrow. Like, been off. I was off yesterday and today. Probably this weekend I'll do some plumbing. Um, I need to figure out if I'm gonna replace the booster. Uh, it doesn't show any signs of wear, but it's It's like 20 years old, and so
Hmm.
it's a diaphragm on the inside. I imagine that
Yeah,
gets corroded and whatnot. So, and boosters are like minuscule in terms of the rest of the things I've been buying.
yeah.
So
They're
might as well just
notorious
keep.
for vacuum leak sources, right? With
Yeah, yeah. So I'll probably do that because in order to replace the booster, you have to take the mass. Like everything has to come out, to get to the
yeah,
booster. So might as well just yeah do. I'd say buy once, but really labor once, cry once.
yeah,
So
yeah. I agree
so we'll
with that.
see. We'll see. That's probably what's on the docket, dude. I want to get this thing. Before it gets too cold and like salty and snowy. I want to try to get it out one more time,
Oh, really?
just to drive.
Yeah,
Like, and then it'll go back up on jack stands, and I'll start the other projects I want to do. A lot of electrical stuff this winter. Just really want to kind of tidy up. So
nice.
yeah, cool. Well, if you got anything else before we wrap it up, it's about an hour into the show.
Yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and if you made it this far, give us a like.
Yeah,
Just one like. We're begging you,
it's
please.
so easy. Just hit the button.
Just maybe a share. If we're going to be
Yeah.
too
Got
greedy,
any questions? Ask us.
yeah, ask us. We talk about it.
Even if it's
Cool.
you're an idiot.
Yeah. Well, in probably 5 years from now, we're still doing this, and everyone's going back to the catalog. We'll be
Uh,
here waiting for you.
yeah.
So cool. All right. Thanks, everybody, and we'll talk to you later.